the one stage edit that broke every automation. An agent on a call this week wanted to rename Sphere simply to Sphere of Influence because that's how he refers it in his head. He asks the question that every careful agent should ask. If I change this, am I going to break anything? The quick answer, renaming an existing stage in Follow Boss is safe. Deleting one and creating a new one is what breaks every automation tied to it. Here's why and what to do instead if you want to clean up your stages list. Follow Boss tracks stages, and here's how under the hood. Every stage in Follow Boss has a unique ID that's assigned the moment it's created. The automations that are created inside of Follow Boss look for that ID, and the automations that our Team Key technology uses that ID. On the front end, what you see in Follow Boss, and I'll show you this, on the front end of the automations, when we use a stage as a trigger, you just see the name. You don't see an ID number here. There's no way for you to have seen that. That's in the back end. When you rename an existing stage, so that stage I showed you was Kathleen Black, past client. But let's say I wanted to simplify the name, and so I used the abbreviation for her company KBI, past client, or KB, past client. When I rename that existing stage, it doesn't break anything. The automation keeps firing, smart lists that are using that stage still work. But if I were to delete it and create a brand new stage from scratch called KBI past client, then a brand new ID is created. That automation I just showed you that's looking for that old ID is not working anymore. The smart list that we use to track Kathleen Black KBI past clients are going to not work anymore. And Follow Boss doesn't alert you whenever an automation fails to fire. You get no error message, no alert, no email, no red flag. Just it stops working. Everything goes quiet. Unless you have someone proactively auditing your automations regularly, it's just not going to happen. And honestly, like for most of us, we're probably not realistically going to be able to. I mean, look at our account. We've expanded so much with how many different automations and workflows we've needed to create because of how many freebies and masterclasses we needed to offer. There's no way we could have someone audit it. Maybe we could use something like Victor AI, but even then, like, is it really going to find red flags? Is it really going to know? And then let me show you another client account here. Oh, no, I'm showing this one. Same thing. Is a virtual assistant really going to know what to look for here? Are they really going to know? And if one stage is used as a condition amongst multiple stages, are they really going to know that one stage accidentally got removed from the list? No. Not unless the AI was given the full list of stages used for every single automation. So here's how you safely do it. If you want to rename a stage, you simply go to admin, more stages. The only way you can, let me go to my account instead. So admin, more stages. You can only access this page through the owner account. Click edit next to a stage name, and you can see here it's used in an action plan. It doesn't even show if it's used in automations, at least in my 1.0 account, but it doesn't show you what smart lists it's used in. And if I just wanted to say hot, I would click save. And that's it. That's the way you would change the name of a stage without breaking everything. The underlying stage ID is not changed. So every automation, smart list, and report that's tied to the stage ID still works. Let's say you need to consolidate two stages into one. Decide which stage you're keeping. That's the surviving stage. You're going to open the stage you're retiring. So let's say, you know what? We have 0 people in freezing. We don't need that anymore. So let's click the delete and we need to move it to cold. And then we're going to merge. Once you merge, the freezing ID is no longer used anywhere. So if you had an automation that was triggered by freezing, if you had something that was really important, you need to be careful with that. For us, there was nothing specific and there was nothing super important, but you just want to double check that. But the surviving Kathleen Black cold is what's used and keeps firing, and it's still used among all of our automations and our smart lists. Here's what never to do. Don't delete any stage that you're currently using or that we set up for you at Kee Technology that is mapped to something. And if you're unsure, please reach out to us because it could easily be mapped to several 10 plus automations or smart lists as either a trigger or a condition. So don't delete a stage and then recreate a new one with a stage name that you like more, expecting it to behave the same. Even if you decide, oh, I'm just going to make it the exact same name. I changed my mind because that stage has a completely different ID. Automation is not going to trigger. If you've already done this, and you think, oh no, it's too late, I've already done the damage, and you look into your account now, maybe as you're watching this video, and you notice, oh no, yeah, my automations actually haven't been working, or I do have smart lists now that aren't showing leads, or I don't know what's been happening. I don't know if I've done something or an admin has accidentally done something. We've done some cleanup lately. I don't know if something's been messed up. That's where our team can help you. So I'll put a link to our calendar below. As an example, the past client stage. Past client stage is most often used for post-closing campaign and for the past client smart list. Another example is either the nurture stage for Zillow leads or hot, warm, or cold. Those are used in a ton. Those are used the most in automations and smart lists. Then, of course, you can't delete lead or trash, so those stay and stay put. This protective habit is what is going to maintain this protective habit is just going to maintain the overall, I can't think of the word, but it's necessary for your CRM to continue working and for something to not break. So before you delete any stage, ask yourself if anything is going to be broken. Is anything using this stage? If you're not sure, ask us or rename it and watch it for a few weeks and see if you see it anywhere. Skim through the smart list, skim through the automations, or ask our team. So a question for the group: when was the last time you opened up your stages and reviewed your stage names? What's actually there? If it's been a while, this is a 10-minute audit worth doing today. Have you added a bunch of stages? Have you deleted a bunch of stages? Are you noticing that automations haven't fired off recently or smart lists aren't working? Are you noticing that the filters in the smart list all of a sudden have blanks for filters like stage equals and then it's blank? Are you noticing triggers in automations are blank, like trigger a stage is and then blank? That means a stage was deleted when it shouldn't have been. Also, if you're not a client of Kee Technology and you are curious about CRM setup, you would like to learn more, I would love to invite you to our next free CRM masterclass, and I'll put a link to that below.